but he asked.
Yeah.
No problem.
Yeah, I'll ask the first couple and then Sarah will take over. So let's go ahead and give your name and where you've worked or what you worked with OLPC.
My name is Mark Terranova, and I work for Za Reason. They're a Linux hardware vendor, and they've also sponsored a charity called Partimus that takes technology and donates it to people in need. They've donated to schools in the area, I believe 6 schools in total. They were actually originally formed to work with the OLPC, but they got more involved with taking donated machines and working in the area and stuff. So there's a lot that we share with it, and that's part of the reason I came here, was to see what I could learn from this and maybe offer to other people as far as empowering people through using technology.
Okay, and what kind of got you hooked and are doing this sort of thing?
For me, it started with just playing around with photo editing and then realizing that there was probably something wrong with my Windows machine, and that I love Linux because Linux is a powerful thing. I can share it with people. I can take it and I can give it to anyone. I can take an old computer that has no life in it, and I don't need to spend any money on it except for maybe a CD. Just get a little CD, put it in there, and I can take that computer, breathe life into it, and then I can go give it to someone, and that has the possibility of changing someone's life. It has the ability to someone who has a crappy job may be able to learn more skills and be able to improve their lot in life. And to me, that's incredibly powerful. I always carry Linux CDs with me, and I figure most of the time I give the CDs out, they're just like, oh, that's cool, and it's a neat toy for someone. But I honestly feel that at least a small percentage of the people I give it to, there's a possibility of changing someone's life for the better. And it may just be, hey, they learned that they could make ringtones, and then next thing you know, they don't have to spend money on that. And someone thinks that's interesting, and then next thing you know, they get a job off of it. You know, and I know people who just sort of thought this Linux thing was interesting, and next thing you know, they're working in this because they like the sense of reward they get from doing this. It's very rewarding. I've done construction most of my life, and every so often that was rewarding and neat and fun, but it's nothing like the ability to give someone a piece of technology and their life could be changed. Most of us, going to this conference, if we never use a computer again, we'll be fine, and we'll be able to find another job, and we'll be able to do okay, and we'll be able to feed ourselves. Technology is most valuable to those who don't have it. That's who it's most important to. And that's what got me involved in this way before I ever started doing it for a living. It's incredibly powerful stuff. I'm going to go dress up as a penguin tomorrow. And unless it's raining, in which case I'm going to be here. But I'm going to go dress up as a penguin tomorrow because I love Linux that much. I mean, I have friends that give me a bad time. They're like, you really like the penguin too much? And it's like, yeah, I do.
Okay, where are going these laptops? Where are going? What country do you think this organization send these laptops? Philippines, you say?
I'm actually before I started working for my company, I actually have a nonprofit, and we had donated some to the Philippines and some to Mexico. And some of the logistics involved in doing that is absolutely crazy. Armies were needed to protect some of the libraries that had books donated to them in the Philippines, and if we're taking machines to Mexico, it's cheaper to have it driven down there, but then you need a Mexican national because it's safer to do it, and a whole bunch of other things that are very important to do. But we found we're spending too much of our time in logistics and trying to help people with it. Where we're able to do things really, really well is to work with some of the schools. And Partimus, Grant Bowman, who's one of the other people who's here, take computers, and there's 6 schools in the Bay Area that actually have Linux labs, and the teachers know how to use it, and the kids know how to use it. And it's a very empowering thing for them to be able to do that. It started with one project in one school, and it's grown to 6 schools now. And in a few years, some of these people who've learned Linux are going to be able to take what they've learned and give back to Linux, because that's one of the things that most people miss is if you get something out of Linux, you don't have to, but it's nice to be able to give something back to it. And so for me, that's something that I don't know, I would have to work a long time to be able to give back part of what I've got from working in Linux. I've got some great friends from it. I've met some really cool people. I know people from all over the world now that I never would have known or interacted with. And that's thanks to the Penguin, and that's thanks to Linux and stuff. So it's I don't know. I think I rambled a little bit on that, but we have given some computers through Stormy Peters, who's from the GNOME Foundation. She has a charitable group that donates to Mexico. So we found for ourselves a lot of times it's better if instead of us trying to work out the details, we're able to take the computers and give them to someone who else knows the details and then help hold a fundraiser for them or do something like that. That way we can stick on our mission and you try and do what you do really well and let people do what is their expertise.
Cool. Sounds excellent. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. You bet. No, that's good.